Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie. Today we are going to replace the bookmark on my Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook, and I'm going to be using the Traveler's Company repair kit. So it comes, well, let me show it to you here. It comes with an instruction sheet, which is awesome, and the number of this is 009, and you get one of the clips, and then you get two of the bookmarks, one in black, one in brown, and then you get blue, yellow, green, tan, or brown, well, light brown, orange, dark brown, bright orange, and black as far as the elastics go. So this is the instruction sheet. You get it with in Japanese and in English, which is awesome. So this is my olive notebook, and it came to me used, and I just have a yellow paper house standard, it's their little bullet journal kind of thing. Then I've got the Traveler's Company Shitajiki, and this is the 2019 version. And then this is a knockoff Faroof pouch. It does not have the gold here that says Faroof, but it's the same material, everything, and I picked this up off of Amazon, and I can link that to you down below. But when I got this, it had a shortened string. So if you can tell here in the brown, so if I put these right on top of each other, the brown is much longer than this one, and I wanted to replace that. I also would like to use the orange band. I think I want the brighter orange. I think. Now this one comes with the olive elastic in it, but I may decide to go, I haven't actually decided if I want to specifically replace all of it, or if I just want to replace that outer band. I don't know. I have never done this. I've read through the instructions briefly, but I figured we're here, we're together, we might as well do this together. So, and one of my viewers asked if I could do a video of this, and I'm like, sure, we will learn how to do this together. So this one has, as I said, this is the olive, and for those of you who can tell the difference there, this is the dark brown and this is the olive. When I opened this, I was like, is this the brown or the olive? And I couldn't really tell, but then opening it up and putting the olive pouch to it, you can definitely see that it's olive. And on the inside of the brown, it is definitely more brown. So this is an olive, but if you just see it by yourself, you're like, is that olive? Because I expected it to be more green. I expected it to be more of that color, but it's not. It is, and if you look at the elastic in the comparison, it is not olive. So this kit does not come with an olive elastic option. So this string is the black one, and it is inside that. I have absolutely no idea if I'm going to be able to save this. I have a hammer and two sets of my jewelry making pliers, and we're just going to see. I just do not know how this is going to work. So we'll just look at this for a quick second here. This is a repair kit used to repair and customize your traveler's notebook. How to set the repair metal parts, and you need hammer and scissors, and I have scissors as well. You pass the rubber band and the string through the leather cover and cut it at a suitable length. Pass the rubber band and the string through the metal parts like the image above. So there's the metal button clip thing. I don't know what they call it. Then you pull out the rubber and the string, which when they say rubber is elastic. To prevent the string and rubber band from falling off, please tie it off, or please tie it once and put it inside the clip. Use the hammer to hit the metal part. This will hold the rubber band and the string. Cut off the rubber band and the string neatly. To prevent the metal parts from having any scratching marks, please use a paper or towel to cover the parts prior to hitting it with a hammer. I have a Chic Sparrow cloth bag that we can use. And I'm not going to replace, I don't think I'm going to replace that elastic. So, what I technically want to do first, and I want to make sure I'm on camera here, is I'm going to try to open this sucker up by holding. And I will warn you guys now, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm a bull in a china shop. So I have no idea how this is going to look or react or anything. So you're doing it along with me here. So I am trying to, thankfully, scratches like that kind of come out, but I don't know how you're supposed to open that up. I'm just kind of trying to figure that out. Let's see if I can do it. If I can pry it. Oop. All right, so the tip of this goes into that fairly well. So I'm going to try to hammer that open a little bit. But I just don't... I don't know how that is supposed to come open, other than prying it. So I've got them in. Okay, so I've got that opened a little bit more than it was. So I don't know. See, there's no knots here. Like on a regular traveler's notebook, you would have a knot here, and there's not one. So the knot is actually in this little metal piece. And so opening that up is kind of a pain in your butt. Okay, there we go. Now I've got that opened. But I've got that pulled a little bit. Let's see. Do I have anything that I can use to get into that? All right, let me try to pull that elastic out of there. They tell you how to do it, but they don't tell you how to get it out, which I find kind of hilarious. And I'm guessing maybe you would not... Oh, there we go. Woohoo! All right, so I pulled that out. So we're shutting that, being safe. Okay, so I'm guessing at some point, I mean, if you were replacing this, you wouldn't actually, I don't want that to fall out, so you wouldn't actually have to open it up. You would just cut it off if you were replacing that. But I wanted to try to keep that because I don't need to replace all of that. So if you look in here, let me get the hammer out of the way. Then all of these other little tooly things. So, and let's turn it right side up. So here it has the loop of how you're supposed to tie it off. So we are going to, ooh, oh, please don't fall through. Okay, well, this is proving much harder than I thought. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that since it's all fallen out. So here's this. And so this is the black. So I'm going to take the black off. And I'm thinking, let me measure this to one that has not been cut and see just how much extra there is. So there's not enough to actually worry about stuff. So I'm not going to actually tie the bottom of this yet because I actually might want to put a charm on this. So, let's see. So it's this is the original one that came with it. So, all right. So I'm assuming, so that's come through. And then you've got, pull that down. Whoa. Then you have that little slit right here. And, whoa. And of course I pull the other one out. But it seems to go through that hole fairly well. Because it's not like a thick piece of leather, it's very, very thin. So here are these two. So looking at this, I'm going to, okay, this is the old piece, so we're putting that over to the side. So now I need to put this, so this is the bottom, so it goes through that. So the two holes at the bottom there, hopefully you can see that. So I don't want to let go of this elastic. So you push the elastic back through those holes. What did I say? I don't want to pull that elastic. Well, so there's that one. And here is this one. Okay, so it's through that. So we've got that done. Now I need to pull the string through this, through the top side hole. So there's that. And obviously, if you wanted to actually change the elastic, you just take the elastic out of it, and then you would do the same thing as I did here. You would have to run it through these holes and run it at the top. But I want to keep the olive elastic here. The only one that I would possibly change is this one. So, since it's all original. On the brown one, I may actually change that to the yellow, to that orange, but I want to wait until I get that back from Baumkuchen. Okay, so now that is through there, and we're on 4. So we are going to try to follow them. So here's the 2 strings. So this one, okay, so we cross them, and oh my God, I'm horrible at knots. So, oh, okay. You don't cross them. I was looking at that wrong. I don't really guess it matters if it's crossed or not. So this is the knot you're trying to do. So we have this. So there's the knot. Although that's so tight, I don't want it to be that tight. So it's not a double knot. I mean, it's not actually a knot. You just tie it off like that. And then you make sure that, come on, there's that. And that the string is through that as well. Because I want to keep as much string in there as possible, I am leaving that. So you push the string, I don't know if you can see that here, through that hole that this knot is on the top of, so that it's right there. And then you pull this back through, but I have the knot too tight. So I'm trying to get it where that knot is right at the end of these, because I don't want to cut this elastic anymore. So that's the downside of not replacing my elastic is, okay, so there's that. And there's the string. And so that is going to slide back in here. I'm going to pull that a little bit more. So if you can see here, that string, or the bookmark, I'm going to try to pull that down a little bit more. And so it's just barely sticking out. So technically this tells you to, well, you crimp it down and then it tells you to cut it. So I'm just going to try to cut those little frayed ends. This is not too tight, and the string is plenty long. And what I have an airline or a plane charm from Traveler's Factory that I want to add to the bottom of this. So I'm going to just keep all that in there and see if I can get it to sink down into that a little bit more. So there's not a ton sticking out. And they do give you, I mean, plenty to like do this with. So mine is just a little bit more difficult because I'm using the same elastic. I'm not replacing that. So I'm going to try to pull that elastic a little bit shorter on both sides. There we go, so that this is not buckling or anything like that, and it's not. So, all right, so that's where that is. So I'm going to take this cloth. I'm going to put it a little bit on the bottom here and there on the top. Cover that up so that I'm not damaging the leather or the clip. Did that? No. You know what? I am going to try something different. Since I used these, haha! That worked even better. Now granted, when I used the clips, it kind of clipped in on that, but I'm okay with that. I have made enough jewelry in my life that I'm like, Okay, so now we have a new longer bookmark in black, and I just need to clip these off. Not clip my leather, Amy, that would be bad. And what I will do is I will get, try pulling that in a little bit. There we go. And I will get the charm. Okay, so this is all stuff that I have that I've gotten from, they're actually Midori stickers from their 5th anniversary. And I actually got this from a person that was just selling a bunch of stuff. And so I have not even opened any of this, but this is a plain charm. I have 2 different ones. I have this one that's got like the little ridges around it, and this one that doesn't. And I think I want to use this one. And I think they're designed to go as charms here, but I think I kind of want to have it as, and they are Traveler's Company as far as I'm aware, as a charm on the bottom here, so that when I'm doing that, it has that. So where do I want to have it here? And I don't want to put it on a jump ring because, as you can see, this is a solid ring. And so I don't want to put it on a jump ring and have it be too long. But what I'm going to do, before I actually tie that off, is put these back in, because I want to see how it lays, because I don't want it to be too short. So there's that. And so we'll put this down the center. Get more stuff out of the way. So I had notebooks in there. So I wouldn't mind having it just kind of hang like right about there. So I want something to take up the knot. So and hopefully you guys can see I'm just tying this in a knot here. And I'm leaving it a little bit longer because if for some reason this came off or broke, then I would be okay still with this being at that amount. And kind of want the knot in that as well. Okay, so what I've done is, see how that's knotted? I wanted that to kind of be where that knot is. It's just a little high, but that's okay. So there is that. I'm gonna do one more tie around. And y'all, I'm not using any kind of, super secret knots or anything. I don't know super secret knots, but if I did, I'd certainly use them. So, no clue if this is going to hold, but it is definitely knotted extra tight. And so that was all the extra that I had. And there that is. And that is my bookmark. Yay! So I'm very happy with that. And if I needed more books in here or something like that, I could actually put that in and have it still be thick. And there you go. And I'll probably get like a lighter and kind of just buzz that fuzz off there. But otherwise, it is just like it was. I don't think I'm going to change the elastic on this one, just because the olive is harder to come by, and I kind of like it with the olive elastic. And so until I need to change it, I'm not going to. But like, see, you could have put this one here, but I don't really want anything like rubbing against this right now. So we'll see. And I have no idea how long this charm will last, but you know, it's on there pretty good, and I'm not gonna worry about that little end there. And you know, there's enough extra that if I needed to add some, I could. But then also, the charms themselves actually come with string as well. So I'm going to take this and I'll just put it in here. Just gonna tie that so that I'll have it, and I'll just tuck it underneath there if and when I need to have it. So there you have it, me changing that out. And the clasp, that's the word I was trying to come up with. Button, clasp, something. But I am going to put this all back together so that when I need it again, if I want to redo another traveler's notebook, I have it. And I'm going to put the instructions back in here. And I'm actually going to stick it back in here so that no matter what, I will have this available to me. And you can get these on Amazon. You can get them from Baumkuchen. I got this one off of Amazon because Baumkuchen was out of stock, but it cost me like $11. And so I'm actually going to just stick these down in there too. So, and this one I'm actually going to keep because this would be enough to do a passport. So we're going to stick that back down in here too, so that I have that. I am learning that getting rid of anything traveler's notebook wise is not smart. So my handy dandy little kit and my traveler's notebook in olive from Traveler's Company is done, and I just knocked it off. And this, if you can see it, is the amount that I lost of the elastic. So this twice. I don't know where the other piece of it went. Oh wait, here it is. It blew off. So those are the ends of the elastic, the original elastic that I lost, and in retying that. So, and then the only thing is that clasp, I did not need to She-Hulk it, but I did. But you can kind of work with it and try to get some of that, you know, it's gonna get crunched, but it doesn't affect the function of the notebook, and I'm happy. So there you have it, changing the elastic, or changing the bookmark on my Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook. Ta-da! And nothing is broken, and I am fairly confident that I can change the elastic in this. The reason this took so long is because I was like scared to death to do this, but I'm like, I'm just gonna get online and do it, and they're gonna do it with me, and we'll see what happens. So thankfully this did not turn into a giant cluster. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.